Roger Sofula here, a counseling psychologist and a mental health trainer. Allow me to share with you a very short but insightful analogy. Two people, one a farmer and the other a very smartly dressed man or a woman. It could be either of them. They are presented with soil. So what does a farmer see? A farmer sees potential, perhaps for growing crops and immense productivity. What about the smartly dressed person? Perhaps they see dust, they see the aspect of dirtiness, they see germs, they see the impurification of them being smartly dressed. It's a threat. Well, from that analogy, we can deduce two things. Number one, soil has nutrients necessary for growth and thriving of plants. And the same way for general life, stress and soil are actually very much alike. So what soil is to plants is stress to human life. Stress is necessary for the growth of human life. Human life does not advance and does not progress without stress, for instance. As a person and my listener, you have to push yourself. Do you push yourself when you're not under any form of stress, for example, or any form of pressure? Definitely no, and it's not comfortable. You have to prove yourself that you can grow beyond the challenges and the limits and the graves that you'll find yourself buried in. Because when challenges come and when adverse experiences come and when people say bad things to us and when things happen beyond our expectations, I usually like to compare that to being buried under the soil. So put yourself in that scenario. What will you do? You're buried by all the problems that you have ever faced or that you're currently facing in life. They are sitting on your head. Or they have covered you up. So you are striving to survive, you're striving to get out of the depths and all the negative experiences that you've ever gone through. Let's compare that to being buried under the soil. So if you are a plant or if you are a seed and soil is put over you, what will you do? You strive to germinate. And once you germinate, instead of being buried under that soil, you actually find that you've found a way to live beyond those challenges. You've actually found your way to actually live beyond the limits that you thought you had. Perhaps there are some things that you never thought you could do. There are people who never, for instance, there are people who have phobia for big or for large masses of water, including swimming pools. But the day that they find themselves drowning, are they just going to drown because they don't like large masses of water? No. By all means, they are going to strive to stay afloat. Some will even swim and they have never done it. So, this is our takeaway home from this short analogy that I shared with you as we began, is that what soil is to plants is stress for human life. Don't allow yourself to be buried under stress for so long. Find a way to germinate. Find a way to germinate. Find a way to solve the problems that you're facing. Find a way to change your thoughts and your thinkings and your thinking and your beliefs about the problems and the challenges that you're facing. That could actually prove very important, because as we normally say, and as it is that how you see something and how you perceive and the meaning that you create from it will generate emotions in you, will generate feelings, and these feelings will motivate you either to take an action or not. So when something bad happens and you actually create a meaning that perhaps it's the biggest problems you've ever faced and there is nothing you can do, how will you feel after that? You will feel hopeless. You'll feel tired. All the physical and energy mental will be drained. So on the aspect, and lastly on the aspect of behavior and reaction, what are you going to do? Are you likely to take steps to try and germinate out of that problem? Definitely no. But if the reverse happens, no matter how big the problem is, you'll still find a way to try and stay afloat, and you'll still find a way to try and live life in spite of all the negative experiences that have ever happened to you or that are happening to you right now. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Roger Sofula. Bye-bye.